Hello everyone, George Sloan from MyFord University. Today we're going to talk about thinking like an MBA without having an MBA. One of the things that MBAs do is they think like strategists. They ask a lot of questions, and this is a good solid approach to get you on the road to thinking more strategically and thinking and acting like an MBA without having to go get the degree. So, you're looking at situations, you should start asking some questions. What is our current state? What is our desired state? What's the gap in between? What is the thing that we're going to have to do to tweak this? Why is this situation the way it is? And what can we do about it? How do we approach it? How do we test it? Again, a lot of different questions. Here at MyFord University, we explore a number of thinking models as well as strategic approaches, and we talk about the idea of asking good questions, because getting good questions out there is what gets you to the answer quicker. So, tune into MyFord University so that you can learn it fast and apply it even faster. Want to think like an MBA without having to go and get an MBA and waste 2 years and several $100,000? We're going to show you how real quick. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFord University. When you want to think like an MBA, you want to start off by asking better questions. Better questions usually start with why or what if. Next, you want to work on your problem-solving skills. Make sure you're identifying the right problem and working towards figuring it out. Some of the questions you want to ask about there are, what are the key variables? What does success look like? And how can I quickly test? What approaches can I take to testing? You want to learn about this and more? MyFordUniversity.com gives you this in a simple and easy way to learn and apply it. And that's really where we put our emphasis. So if you want to learn it fast and apply it faster, visit us at MyFordUniversity.com. You want an MBA's knowledge and skills? That's easy. I'll tell you how in a sec. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan, MyFord University. If you want an MBA's knowledge and skills, it's pretty easy to get it. It's out there. It's all there. You can get it for free. It's all there. The thing that you cannot get, and a lot of MBAs who go and get degrees don't get, is the ability to use it and use it in the real world, because they're so busy talking about theories, they're not applying things in the real world. That's the difficult part. That's where it might help to have someone to coach, curate, mentor you, guide you, to help you get the knowledge and skills in order so that you can apply them. And that's the true value of an MBA degree if they were to give it to you that way, but they don't. Furthermore, you don't need 2 years to learn the knowledge and skills. I typically say, theoretically, you can learn it all in one day, but I typically say to people, I can teach it to you in a weekend. And you'll go in, not knowing much, and come Monday, not only will you come out with the knowledge and skills and be able to talk the talk and walk the walk of an MBA. In fact, you'll probably walk all over them because they don't have it structured the way I do. But you'll actually have deliverables. You'll have the ability to show somebody, whether it be an employer, whether it be a client, a customer, a supplier, an investor, you'll be able to show people that you know how to do it. And here's the real value. The ability to apply this stuff to solve problems that in the real world, to get positive results in the real world, and to get transformative outcomes in the real world. It's possible. It can be done. As I say, it's not the knowledge and skills that are the hard part. It's the ability to use it and know how to use it and when in the real world for real results. Listen, if you are interested in learning about this approach, visit MyFordUniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Prospective MBA students, don't do it. Do this instead. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFord University. Here's a quick idea for prospective MBA students. Don't bother. Don't waste 2 years of your life and a few $100,000 learning theory from professors who've never really run a business. What you want to do instead is build your own MBA in as little as a weekend. That's right, it can be done. I'm building an accelerator to actually do that for people. My advice to you is learn strategy, learn marketing, learn finance, learn leadership by creating real world deliverables that demonstrate not only do you have the knowledge and skills, but you have the abilities to apply it. The other thing, think about stopping collecting of degrees and start collecting wins. MyFordUniversity.com, where you learn it fast and apply it faster. We'll see things to replace an MBA degree. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFordUniversity.com. I'm going to give you 3 approaches to take instead of wasting time and money going for an MBA degree. First, you want to work with building strategic frameworks and actually ones that you can apply immediately. I'm saying learn it this morning, apply it today in the afternoon. Number 2, case studies from real businesses, not from theoreticals and textbooks. You want to actually work in the real world. One of the things I suggest is start a small side hustle business because it's one of the best MBA degrees you can get by learning how to do that. Number 3, you want to do templates that turn knowledge into results, actual outcomes, because that's what businesses, clients, customers, or investors, if you're going to start a business, that's what they're interested in. So if you want to create your own MBA in a weekend, visit us at MyFordUniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Secrets about MBA degrees that nobody tells you about. I'm going to talk to you about that today. You know, MBAs don't make you rich. They make first colleges rich and then businesses that you work for rich. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFord University. Everyone says, oh, go get an MBA. It'll make you rich. Not true. It'll probably make the school rich as they collect the money while you're there. It'll probably make the company or business that you go work for rich because you're going to enrich them with your enhanced skills. Most MBAs don't start businesses, which is where most people get rich, by the way. Most MBAs get a better job, and then they make the people who own those businesses rich. So if you want to change your focus and learn what MBA degrees should impart to you, not just the knowledge and skills, but the ability to use it, visit MyFordUniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Some of the top MBA skills that you would develop in an MBA program, but you don't need an MBA to do it. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFordUniversity.com. We want to go over some of the skills that an MBA would have. You don't need an MBA to get them. Let's go over it. You want to learn SWOT analysis, very powerful tool. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Next, you want to learn Porter's 5 forces. Next, you want to learn the BCG matrix, great portfolio management tool, not only financial, but also marketing. Can also be used for products. Value chain analysis, another good one to learn. Pestle analysis. Balanced scorecards. You also want to learn the marketing 4 Ps. Lean Six Sigma, another thing you want to learn. Decision trees and the blue ocean strategy. These are some of the ones you want to learn, and guess what? A lot of them are available on MyFordUniversity.com, where you learn it fast and apply it faster. Let me give you an MBA hack. Build your own case study. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFord University. My advice to you, consider avoiding, delaying, or skipping MBA degrees altogether. Instead, pick a business or start your own. Perform an analysis on it. Then work up strategy, marketing, and finance plans and leadership. Actually, that's you doing MBA skills in action. And my advice is create some real cases in the real world, get some real results, and it'll vastly beat an MBA program. Believe me. If you're interested in this and you want to learn more, visit MyFordUniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. Don't go for your MBA. Do these 3 things instead. Welcome, colleagues. George Sloan from MyFord University. Today I'm going to give you a quick idea, an alternative for going for your MBA. I hate thinking that people are going to commit to 2 years of their life and commit to a couple $100,000 in debt and commit to foregoing earning income while being able to develop these things. If you do a full-time MBA program, forget about it. You're not doing much and it's costing you money. So I'd recommend you do this instead. Number one, create a self-curated study plan. Learn and apply at least one new thing a week. Just one. The next thing you might want to do is get one certification per quarter. Again, I'm looking for things that you can do that are either free or very low cost. And when I say cost, I'm not just talking about money, I'm talking about time commitment. Um, number three, start a small side hustle business. I've said this many times before. One of the best MBA business educations you can get is actually creating a small side hustle business. I'm not saying you got to be a massive corporation. Just create a business, whether it provide a product, a service, figure something out and see what the problems are. Think about how you have to do the sales and marketing, how you keep costs in control. It's a great education. It teaches you how to interact with people, and it shows you, what the ins and outs are. It's not theory based. So it gives you real world experience. It could give you a possible profit. It's not a bad thing necessarily to fail in your side hustle. Sometimes one of the greatest things you can find is that success comes after a failure or two, because if you're going to stick with it, you actually get better as time goes by. And it's usually, to create one of these things is less than the cost of a 3-credit MBA graduate level course. That's right. It's low to no money to create one of these things. One last thought. Listen, the MBA program, it'll always be there. And if you still feel compelled after doing this for a year, and as I say, do this while you're working, uh, develop the knowledge and skills, apply the knowledge and skills. But if you still feel compelled, the MBA program will still be there. And if you want to blow 2 years of your life and a couple $100,000, I guess go right ahead. So if you want to learn more, visit us at myforduniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. If I could show you a way to get an MBA education without having to go for the MBA, would you be interested? Stick around. George Sloan from MyFord University. Welcome, colleagues. I'm going to discuss with you in brief the approach that we take at myforduniversity.com. We believe that you can get an MBA education in as little as a day if you really wanted to, but more likely, and I more recommend, a weekend. Go into a weekend and then turn around and actually have the knowledge and the skills, number one. Number two, be able to apply those by using a series of templates, checklists, step-by-step procedures, processes. And then number three, be able to turn around and synthesize it into a deliverable. That might be a marketing plan, a strategic plan, a competitive analysis, a customer profile, a full-on business plan, if you will. If I could show you a way to do that, would you be interested? Well, I invite you to visit myforduniversity.com, where you can learn it fast and apply it faster. That's the kind of thing we're doing. We'll see you there. Thank you.